My name is Hayden, and for the past 2 years I've been on the road back after doing my ACL. So in this video I'm going to give you 5 things I wish I knew and I wish I did during my rehab, now that it's almost a year since I had my surgery. The first thing I want to talk about is progress. Your progress is going to be different to mine. My progress is going to be different to mostly everybody, anybody, and how your progress will change throughout your rehab. And this is something not many people talk about. At the start, you'll seem to progress quickly. You'll be like, for example, me, I was walking on the 4th day, I think, which is unheard of. I would look at other YouTubers walking maybe in the 2nd or 3rd week, even later than that. And I was like, damn, like I'm ahead of schedule. Like this is good, which was good. I thought that would stay the same for the whole rehab, whole journey. I thought I would be returning to sport at 6 months. No, your progress slows down, and hopefully you're progressing quick. Like that's great if you're progressing quick to start, but just know you need to keep it up, but it's still going to slow down. However, it will speed up as you go. What I mean by this, the first few months, weeks will go really slow because you're in bed and it's a bit boring. But the 6-month mark, halfway to 12 months, will go so quick. It'll fly past. Like just yesterday, it felt like I was at the 6-month mark. Now I'm at 12. So that will go quick, but your progress will be slow. The next thing I want to talk about is strength training and how important it is in the mid stage of your rehab. This is something I neglected a bit. Before I did my ACL, I was into strength training, heavy squats, heavy deadlifts. I would do multiple times a week. And that was my main focus, getting really strong in those. In the mid stage of my rehab, I neglected it a lot because at the start of your rehab, you're doing really boring exercises, really weird, goofy variations of everything. So when you get to that mid stage, it's so good because now you're in the gym, you got the barbell on your back, you're doing barbell deadlifts, squats, and it just feels amazing. So from about the 3-month mark, that's when you can start, getting in the gym for the rest of your life. Keep doing heavy strength training, keep getting stronger. That's such an important thing. And this comes to my third point, which is calves. Okay. A couple of years ago, I had really bad shin splints. Walking, pain. At night, I couldn't get to sleep because my shins were just aching. And this was because I had weak calves. I then fixed it a bit, didn't really have them. And then just recently, a few months ago, or maybe a couple months ago, it came back because I started doing plyometrics again. I started jumping, sprinting, but my body wasn't ready for it. I didn't train my calves as much as I should have, and I didn't scale it as good as I should have. As slowly, I went too quick into it, which is something that you need to keep in mind when you're going from the mid to late stage doing plyometrics. You need to be strong enough to handle those forces. You want to be training your calves with really heavy loads, do heavy single leg calf raises, overcoming isometrics, and then start doing plyometrics. Keep it low, do just small hops, double leg hops, progress a single leg, and just slowly progress from there. If you have a physio, they'll do this for you, but they can't do it for you. You need to progress properly and listen to your body. If you're hurting, scale it back a bit. If you're feeling great, push a little bit further. Once you get into the plyometric stage, you will then be close to the return to sport stage. This is where everyone wants to be. Everyone wants to race and get back to sport as soon as possible. The problem with this, and this doctors, physios, surgeons, everyone has set you up for failure with this one thing. It's the goal, the mindset that you need to get back to where you were prior to surgery. Okay, that's good, but you need to exceed that, because the reason you did your ACL in the first place is because you weren't strong enough, you weren't prepared for the forces, most likely, unless you got hit by a car and you did your ACL. But you need to exceed that. If you only get to the level you were before, you're just as likely to do your ACL again because you weren't strong enough then. Why would you be strong enough now, even after having your hamstring taken out, your patella taken out? That's why you need to exceed that. Prior to surgery, for example, let's say you're squatting 80 kilos. At the 9-month mark, you should be doing that. 12-month mark, you should be exceeding 100. That's just an example. This can be applied to change of direction, which is probably a more suitable thing for ACL rehab and outcomes. Jumping, lateral, rotational movement, you need to be better than you were before. Otherwise, you're just going to get injured again. Which brings me to my last point, is grafts. This is something that not many people tell you about. And if they do, it's understated. After surgery, my knee was sore, right? I was icing it, but my hamstring, holy moly, that was hurting for up until the 6-month mark. My hamstring, they take it out at that part, the semitendinosus, and I didn't realize how much it would actually hurt and for how long. Obviously, after surgery, my knee was really hurting and it was just like a big region. And then as you go along, it becomes more specific areas get sore. And just that hamstring, whenever I flex my hamstring like too hard accidentally or just flexed it at all, ping in my hamstring, bang. And I was also really stupid. In this video up here, I talk about how I strained my hamstring, which it was stupid. Go watch that if you want to see why. But that set me back a few weeks. It's just not worth it. So you need to take it easy. No matter what graft you get, you need to listen to your body. This is an overarching idea. Listen to your body. You can go by dates. You can go by, oh, I'm going to be back at sport by 12 months. But if your body's not ready, you're not ready, obviously. You can't go by dates. You've got to go by criteria, how you're feeling, all these things, okay? You just need to take into consideration, are you prepared for the forces in your sport? Are you prepared for the worst? Are you prepared for change of direction? Do you have vulnerable positions that you need to work on? This is like a bonus point. Work on your weak points. So important, as well as having patience, not getting lazy, and staying consistent. These are the main things you need to get in your ACL rehab that I wish I did. So thank you very much. Comment any questions. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.